Equal sign. We have been saying it for ages, and there's a reason. So when you have an equal sign, you solve. When you have an expression, you simplify. Okay? You're like, it's no big deal, Muscatine, I know what to do. I get that, but it's important that you understand what the language actually means. So if we have an equal sign, we are going to be solving because the strategy is different. Okay. Our goal is to eliminate the denominator. We're going to remove the denominator completely. Amy, you're crunchy McCrunch crunch. But it's okay. Everybody needs a snack. Everybody needs a snack. What do you got? I can't read that from here. What kind are they?
Jalapeno chili.
Ooh, sounds spicy. Okay. Step one. What's step one? It starts every strategy. Factor. Then we do? NPVs. Then we identify our LCD. Here's where things change. We multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. Tops only, numerators only.
What?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what I do with my. I'll write on this. I feel like this is old. Where are you going? Okay. All right. How would we solve this? How would we solve this? Just, there's no X's on the bottom. What would you guys do here? By what? LCD. What's my LCD? 2 and 3, which makes 6, right? We know 6 can be written as 6 over 1. So the easiest way to do it, like some people get common denominators, they add those first, then they have a single term and a single term. And you can totally do it that way. It's just easier if you look at this and go, okay, my LCD is going to be 3 times 2. And so my LCD is 6, right? Everybody good with that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to times tops only by every term is going to be multiplied by 6. Everybody good with that? Okay, then before I multiply things together, I'm going to go 3 goes into 6 how many times? 2. How many times does 2 go into 6? 3. So I'm going to have 2x plus 15 equals 36. And then this is just two-step algebra at this point, nice and easy. I'm going to minus 15 from both sides. And so I'm going to have 2x equals 21. And so divide by 2, x is equal to 10.5. So this is a strategy I would use for a basic equation. I'm going to do the same thing with our rational expressions. We're just going to do them with much more complicated things because that's who we are. Okay. Here we go. Step 1, factor everything. It's already done. Step 2, what's step 2? MPVs. Now, I didn't do MPVs here. How come? No X's on the bottom, so no MPVs needed. This, I have X's on the bottom. So what's my NPV?
0.
X cannot equal 0. Again, if it's a monomial, if it's a single term, you know it's going to be 0. Don't overthink it. You get a single letter, it's just a 0. All right. Okay, so I factored everything. I identified my MPVs. Step number 3 is I'm going to do my LCD. What is my LCD?
4x.
4x. Caden is on fire today. And the 3, if you want to write it as a fraction, it's just going to be 3 over 1. So now what do I do with my LCD? All numerators by the LCD. I'm just going to rewrite this just so I can make it bigger. So we said our LCD was 4x. So I'm going to times this by 4. Oh, I didn't need a bracket, but I put it. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of denominators. That's the whole purpose. So if you've multiplied by an LCD that doesn't get rid of your denominator, you've done something incorrect. So the 4 cancels out the 4, the x cancels out the x, and well, 1 just is 1. So if I go through this, I'm left with x times x gives me x squared. I'm multiplying those two things together. And that x is gone, so now I'm multiplying 7 times 4, so that's 28. And then I have 3 by 4x, which is 12x. What do I do here? Any suggestions? As soon as I see an x squared, what do I have to do? Somebody said it. I have to factor or use my quadratic formula. So what do I have to do first before I do any of that? Gotta have it equal to 0. See, you guys have all the knowledge. You have all the knowledge. Factors of 28, negative 28, that add together to give me a negative 12. What was that?
14 and negative 2.
14 and 2. But what kind of 14? I need a negative 14. So we've just solved. Now there's one more thing you have to do. Oh, you are correct. Sorry. I just got excited. Sometimes it happens. You have to check it. No, this is a good check. This is a good check. This is a visual check. You check it against your NPVs. What was your NPV? What was my NPV? 0. Are either of these 0?
No.
They're good. Best check ever. It's a visual check. Is it an NPV? So
what if it was?
Then you'd reject it. Then you'd reject it. Check to see if it is an NPV. All right. How do we feel about that? The check was beautiful. Super easy. Just look, check, check, life's good. That's not good? That's like the easiest check we've done. Just the whole thing. Fair. It's not too terrible. Okay, what's step 1? Factor everything. What are my MPVs? Wrong way around? Yeah. It's okay. It's because I don't show that step, and that's on me, not on you. I do this all the time, and I just skip it a lot of the times. That's not fair to you guys. Okay, what is your LCD?
What I said.
So both those factors, right? So I don't have to double them. Like if I see it once, I don't have to write it again. We're just gonna write it down once. It's super similar to what we did with the adding and subtracting. Your LCD isn't gonna change how you find it. What we do with it changes. So we're gonna times every term by the LCD.
So it doesn't matter if the denominator has it or not, we just times it by everything?
Yep. We're tops only by the LCD because our goal is to get rid of any denominators. Okay. Now we're going to cancel stuff out. So that's gone with that. That's gone with that. And all of those are gone. Oh, that's so nice when all of that goes. So I have 9 times y minus 6. Subtract 4 times y minus 3 equals 18. I no longer have any denominators. That's the goal of that step. If you have a denominator left over, then something's gone wrong. I'm going to multiply these through, so I've got 9y minus 54. Had to think there for a second. Okay, this is an easy place to miss something. So it's like negative 4 times y is negative 4y. Negative 4 times by negative 3 is a plus 12. So before I start moving anything here, I have an I don't have any y squareds or anything. So this means I'm just doing straight algebra. So I'm going to have 5y minus 42 equals 18. I'm not factoring. I'm not using my quadratic formula. What am I going to do? I'm going to bring my 42 to the other side. So I have 5y equals 60.
Oh, right.
Divide by 5, divide by 5. Y is equal to 12?
Yeah.
So notice that I'm solving. Y has a value of 12. Now, I need to check it. Good or bad?
Bad.
It's good. So we are checking against our NPVs, and it's not an NPV, so it's a good answer. Okay, I'd like you guys to attempt this one on your own. The factoring is pretty easy. It's almost the exact same as the one we did upstairs, or above it. Upstairs, just right there, up the stairs. Okay, we always care and everybody's cool, just for the record. I said everybody's cool.
Not people who smoke.
Okay, maybe not those people, but everybody else is cool. Maybe they're cool for a different reason. I don't want to judge people with addictions, right? We want to help them.
I don't think they want to be helped.
They might. Okay, what's your LCD?
X plus 2, X minus 3.
Correct.
LCD.
LCD. X minus 3, X plus 2. We moved on. We moved downstairs.
Oh.
Okay? I'm doing factors of 45.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh.
9 and 5.
Thank you. Wait, oh. Oh, I did something. Oh.
Oh. What?
I put.
Oh, I have positive 9, that's funny.
Positive 9.
Like where you.
Oh, where I have a negative 9?
I also
Okay.
put positive 9.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Mathing is hard. How did I get 15? To the other side.
But how'd you guys get positive?
Because
Negative 10 plus. Why is my 10 positive? Because you messed up.
you didn't take it as a negative 5 and multiply it in.
It's supposed to be a negative.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get 45?
45. So when we're complex factoring here,
Oh, okay.
you always take the 3 by like the front by the back and multiply those.
That makes sense.
How'd you get?
What? So that was a lot of chapter 4 stuff too attached to it. Well, grade 10 at least, like the factoring.
Minus 10 plus 25.
What?
25 minus 10, yeah.
Does it help if I do this? Okay. Yeah. When I'm done? Not yet. What's the last step?
Check. I did it.
Okay, and?
Third is good.
3
Ooh,
is not.
3 is not good. So what are we doing with the 3?
Cross it off and say
We are rejecting it. Okay. So there you go.